Welcome to the Clean Finish Podcast. This is Wise. This is Wiza here with me, Blackjack. We're here today to go ahead and discuss a few different things tonight. We already covered Raw on the live stream, so we'll briefly go over that if we have time. There's NXT to cover tonight. A very, very, very good go-home show for them. And then our predictions for Summerslam, a packed card that we kind of already saw on Raw. It's actually really funny. I think most of the matches on Raw that night are actually going to be on the pay-per-view. So, yeah.
All right. I need to know just how many of you guys in the chat knows what a ring rat is before we start talking about it. So let's just talk a little bit about Tough Enough.
Yeah, so Tough Enough right now is down to, and coming into this episode was down to 5 people. The women could not be eliminated tonight because there were 2, and the 2 of them are going to be in there. They're going to have their final match next week. So Amanda and Sarah Lee, everybody's darling woman, is still there. And then you have ZZ, Josh, and Tanner battling out this week. And this week's exercise was to come up with a finisher.
Okay.
So you have ZZ. So they did this thing with Sarah Lee, who just, my God, the girl just has nothing going for her. Or, like, I understand she looks.
They got rid of Gigi, right?
Yeah.
And that was the problem.
Yeah. Listen, Sarah Lee's a cute, adorable girl, all right? I get it. She's the girl that you want to date. That's fine and all. But my God, there is nothing there. They come
Holy hell. See, we got to cut you off again, Blackjack.
Oh, my God. All right. All right.
This one is from Young C. He left no comment. Thank you, Young C. He usually just comes through, drops it on our heads, and bounce. Well, he stays, but we all, everybody knows who Young C is. Actually, he says this is for your Mutt Pack openings. That's a $2 donation.
Nice.
But hey, everything helps.
Yeah.
Okay, keep it going.
So they have to come up with a finisher this week. And and it's something that they've kind of given them instruction on and to kind of do. And even the judges, Lita, Booker, and Billy Gunn were just sitting there, and Sarah Lee's just in the ring, and they just like you could just see the look on their face. It's just like they're like, I expect her and ZZ to do the worst. They're just really down on them. They really do not like them. So Sarah Lee gets in the ring, and she's like, all right, what are you thinking about for your finisher? And she's just like, I don't know. And so Lita just kind of
How are we supposed to take that seriously? How are we supposed to take that that show seriously?
Yeah, she's just like, I've got nothing. And Lita just kind of sits there, and they just look at her, and then she goes like, all right, tell me, who is the most over athlete, female athlete right now in all sports right now? And she goes, Ronda Rousey. Great, we're going to give you an armbar. That's going to be your finisher. Just do an armbar.
Okay.
So they give her an armbar, they practice it, and she is a little goofy at first, but then she gets it together, can do an armbar. Great.
Nice.
They bring in, I want to say it was Tanner afterwards, or was it Josh?
It was D's.
Nah, you ain't getting me with that one. So they bring in Tanner afterwards, and Tanner surprisingly just comes off, and he's just like, yeah, no, I'm a little different than these guys. I'm a small guy. I want to fly off the top rope. And they're like, all right, great. We'll give you something simple. We'll just give you a diving crossbody. That's going to be his finish. So
and that looks like what it should be.
Yeah. And he's Ricky Steamboat. The one problem with Tanner in this exercise was that he can't emote. So, you hit your finishing move. You want to, make a fit. So, this was one of the things that they were talking about. Setting up your finishing move, you give some sort of emotion to the crowd. Randy Orton's very good at it.
All right.
Where you can get the crowd into it. Triple H will usually, he'll put down that menacing face just as he, hooks the arms. Like, they're talking about, that.
Oh, yeah. Like, as you're about to get into it, you gotta... Yeah. All right. Because when Triple H hooks those arms and he makes that face...
Yeah.
Like, his face just gets all kinds of disgusted in the person. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you.
Yeah, so that's what they want to get out of these guys, is that moment, because you want to sell that this is your finisher. This is it. So when it's the same thing, like Dean in the leg kick, Seth when they didn't show the curb stomp, but like Seth when he gets up for that curb stomp, he's just getting ready to smash your head. Like that moment needs to be there. Okay. Tanner, I mean, it's a cross body.
Like even Daniel Bryan does. He has he emotes as well. Like when he's about to do the knees, the bukakis.
Yeah, it's just the pure fierceness in his face.
I never even considered that. Is that something that they mentioned about the faces? Is that something they
Yeah,
meant? I never even considered that at all.
it's nothing that I never like actively talk about. You think about, but that actually makes a lot of sense. It really does, and I think that the guys who really do get over, they sell their finisher that way.
Hmm.
It's very very good practice. So and that's why this exercise worked, even though they were doing simple moves like a crossbody, an arm bar. Like nobody's gonna have a crossbody as a finisher today.
No,
But
but they can if they actually sell it.
in booking, yes, I get what you mean, and if they sell it, but everybody does a crossbody, which is problem number one.
Yep. Nothing's protected.
So they have him do this crossbody, but the problem is that it just looks like an ordinary move when Tanner does it because he doesn't emote. His face just stays the same when he gets up on the top rope. So okay, so you know how like Neville, when he sets up for the red arrow, he goes and he's just like he's so focused, like he's set in.
Yeah, it's
starts
something.
to raise his arms. There wasn't a moment like that with Tanner. Tanner just kind of same face, as if he was just doing a normal move. And they were just asking him to bring it out of him, so they told him, yell. And yelling kind of caused him to emote a little bit. And I kind of noticed, like, yeah, when he yells, I actually kind of get more into the crossbody. Like, it's like he's putting a lot of effort into this move. So it kind of took that to get it out of him. It wasn't, like, fantastic, but it was effective enough.
Okay.
And they had Jason Jordan selling this. And Dana Brooke.
So Jordan was taking the bumps for all
Jordan
the
and Brooke
finishers.
were taking the bumps, yeah.
Okay.
Brooke was taking it for the ladies and Jordan for the guys. And I actually watched this with Jordan, and I kept saying, Jordan, I see what they see in him.
He's pretty. He looks to be well rounded to me.
Yeah, I see it. We just need to actually see it.
Well, now that he's with Gable, it's really coming out.
It's coming out now. So yeah, then they had Josh. Josh came in. He's like, I want to do a power bomb. I'm like, that's my guy. That's my guy.
Josh doing the power bomb makes sense.
Yeah, Josh was like, I want to do a power bomb. He's like, I'm going to call it the A bomb or something like that. He's like, yeah, like I want to do a power bomb, and they were like, all right, let's pump the brakes on that one. We ain't gonna have you do a power bomb.
Oh, because they don't know if he's safe yet.
Yeah, so they're like, but they were like, no, we like your initiative. Like, hey, look, great. I'm glad that you thought about this, and that makes sense. But we ain't gonna have you do that quite yet.
Right. So who did he want to power bomb? Tanner, because he wasn't power bombing ZZ.
No. I think he actually wants to power bomb ZZ. But
if they want ratings, they have him power bomb ZZ.
Yeah, but he'd be safer power bombing Tanner.
Yeah.
So they have him in the ring with Jordan. They say, all right, we're going to have you actually do a combination. So you're going to do a setup move. And they did setup moves too, which was pretty cool.
Okay.
So Josh's setup move was that he was going to do a big splash in the corner. So you know how like the Stinger splash?
Yeah. So what finisher did they come up with for Josh?
He did like a slam. I don't know if it was just a basic slam or kind of like a driver.
Or was it like the British Bulldogs power slam?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
A little bit.
And that was protected.
Yeah.
You get hit with his power slam, it's over for you. And it was a power slam. That was it. You're not kicking out of that.
Right. So it's actually funny. These are like 2K guys. Like when you create your 2K My Player, they start off with the most basic move. So he does the big splash in the corner. He actually looked good doing it too. He really has improved a lot from like day one. They talk a lot about how he cut 65 pounds. They actually told Tanner to put on weight. He put on 15 pounds in the competition.
And how long has this show been going on?
They're in week 9.
To put on 15 pounds, probably a muscle because he's not.
Yeah.
He's not like a big guy. For him to put on 15 pounds of muscle in that much time, that's pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Real quick, before you continue, I think his name is Trimmer61 says I hope to see Patrick and Tanner in the WWE. I just thought as he said that, I thought of something funny.
Go ahead.
What if they made him a tag team? Just a tag team that hates each other. Like
it would work.
Yes, like Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Patrick actually said in an interview once he was finally away from like the Tough Enough thing, he actually wanted Tanner to win. He said that when he was there, the only guy that took initiative to actually go watch film and stuff is Tanner. Tanner was the only guy. And that the one thing that he
So
said about Josh,
he said that Tanner actually seemed interested in the
correct.
product. Okay.
The only thing he had against Tanner was that he said that if Tanner didn't win, is that Tanner said if you didn't win the competition, you just go back to MMA. But I don't believe that anymore. Tanner, I think, seems legitimately interested in doing the wrestling and trying to figure it out.
I would have liked to have seen, like, again, I don't really watch the show. I probably caught about 3 episodes. But just by hearing about Tanner, the one thing that I do notice that everybody is saying is he's coachable. And that's a guy that you want on your roster. That works perfectly in WWE because they, for the most part, especially Vince, doesn't want somebody that's seasoned coming in from the indies, that's traveling, because he can't control that. But if he gets a guy that he can control and he can mold, that's his guy. And that's Tanner. He's just missing that personality, which again, they say they say that if you tell him to do something, that's exactly what he's going to do. Well, you tell him how to cut this promo, which they do, he's status quo, it can work. So they got a lot to build with from him. Hopefully Tanner, he gets a chance.
Oh yeah, Tanner is the guy that I look at and I say he'd be perfect down in the Tough Enough, not the Tough Enough, the NXT Performance Center. He'd be perfect for that. He's a guy that right now I would pay $25,000 or $35,000, however much the minimum is there for an NXT guy, just not $250,000.
Okay. Right. Yeah, just developmental. And he would be like the prototypical guy. And maybe he puts on another 10 pounds. Mm-hmm. You know, that could help. Go ahead.
Yeah. By the way, somebody tweeted this out. Patrick is working. I finally got to actually see him in an indie ring. Oh my God! I saw his finishing move. It is ridiculous.
What is it?
Yeah,
can you describe it? Let's say that. Can you describe his finisher?
So imagine the Sister Abigail. It's actually set up exactly like the Sister Abigail. He goes and it starts off and it looks like he's going to do a swinging STO, right?
Right.
But instead, after he sets that up, instead of having his hand like over your neck, like how Bray has it, and then brings you into the swinging STO, he then takes his arm and kind of cradles it reverse so that it's inverted, and then swings you backwards. So that you have to take like that.
Well, Blackjack, you know that sound.
Yep.
Once again, that's from Young C. Let me see if he has a comment for us. Young C says, "Party the interruption, but I just had to interrupt. LOL." So once again, shout out to Young C. And I'm not gonna run any ads until we take like a little break in between segments ourselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, it sounds crazy. What indie was it? Because I know that he talks to guys or talks to management with ROH
Everybody wants
as well.
to book him, but like indie promotions are really trying to book this guy.
They should.
Like after an interview,
I don't think that he'll sign though because he knows that he's going to end up in WWE.
It's one of the things he said. He said that one of the things that he learned there is that this is a business and that he would be doing a better service of himself to work the indies for now than to go down to the NXT training center right now. But his goal is still to make it to the WWE.
He's really young. What is he, like 19?
He's 19, yeah.
Yeah, he's really young.
So yeah, it's imagine a Sister Abigail turned into like a DDT. It is sick.
Hold up, and he actually goes through with the Sister Abigail motion?
Oh yeah.
And still hits a DDT?
Yo, the guy who sold it though deserves all the credit in the world because he made it look nasty.
I gotta see this because I can't even I'm trying to envision this, but it's not even hitting.
It's all about how he changes that arm and how it just switches over. Because the second you see that, even before he hits it, you're like, oh my God. Like you see it before he hits it, and then once you see it, you go, holy shit.
Okay, so.
So anyway, they did the same thing with
someone tweeted
Amanda.
me the finisher, so I'm going to check it out as we keep going.
All right, cool. They gave one to Amanda. Amanda actually, I think, looked the cleanest with the finisher. They had to learn a little bit of like the bulldog and how to sell it, but they had to pretty much do the stratosphere or the stratisfaction.
Okay, all right. I'm looking at the finisher now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, what? Oh my God! He threw the guy.
you saw the arm switch and I heard it. You were like, well, what?
I like that. I do like that, and it's original. It's safe. It looks safe. I don't see how you could hurt someone here because he's pretty much taking all of the all of the
Well,
fall.
he's taking everything. Yeah.
Like even when he DDTs the guy, his shoulder is hitting and the guy's neck. It looks like it. Yeah, when he flips him up, it's even more protection. Yeah, it's pretty safe.
I actually like his ring gear there too. If you see
Yeah,
it.
kind of the old Shelton Benjamin when he first came in. Shelton Benjamin came in with the one piece joint, right?
Yeah.
Such as Kurt Angle and whatnot.
Yeah,
It works.
it looks really good. Yeah, and the white boots too, dude. That's a really really good look. He's gonna end up somewhere, and maybe 3, 4, 5 years, he's gonna be somewhere. Probably Ring of Honor. If WWE doesn't sign him in 3, 4 years, he's at Ring of Honor.
Yeah, he already talks to her, man. Hold on, wait. Did Seth just beat LOL Cena wins in his last man standing match?
Yes, he did.
This game is glitched. This game is good. This didn't happen. I should have put this on SmackDown. I should have put this on SmackDown. Yep, you hear Layla. She's still doing it John Cena.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So they had Amanda do a running bulldog, which like she runs on the turnbuckle and does the bulldog,
okay.
which is crazy to me because I see like Eva Marie.
Hold on, who used to do that move? Someone used to do
Trish
that.
Stratus.
Okay, all right, I'm with you.
It's the running bulldog essentially, but she just it's running straight up the ropes. I'm sorry, running straight up the turnbuckle and then turning around rather than kind of like doing a whole like hit this rope, and then do it. You're using the turnbuckle instead of the ropes. It actually looked really good. And they had to like kind of fix her mechanics a little bit, but I mean that's to be expected. It's a bulldog, you know. You kind of have to learn how to sell that properly. She was actually really good, which kind of makes me wonder. Like this is her first time wrestling, yet Eva Marie looked really slow trying to do the sliced bread, and it's essentially the same move, except that it's a
Blackjack, I have to interrupt you again.
All right. It's okay.
All right. This one is from the Yes Man. Thank you for the donation, the Yes Man. Last stream before I go to college, figure I drop my due. Wise is something for PAX. Keep up the great work. Thank you, sir. And that's from the Yes Man. His name is going. Everybody's name that's donating is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Let's keep it going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was Amanda's finisher, and then who am I missing? ZZ actually came up with a finisher, and Billy Gunn was so surprised by this. He was like, I think this is the first time so they would actually, they set up the ring before all of them. They had them set up the ring, and Billy Gunn was just impressed by the fact that he was like, we found something ZZ can do, set up tape.
Wow.
I just laughed at that.
So tell me about ZZ's ring work because I do want to finish up Tough Enough so we can get into the main roster stuff real quick. But tell me about how
his ring work is whatever, but the finisher that he came up was actually pretty good.
Does he have any redeeming qualities?
This finisher that he came up with was pretty original. They had to like work it with him and kind of make him figure out, like, all right, put your knee in your back to make it look like it's really vicious. He came up with what he called the gator grip because he wrestles alligators.
Yeah, so he should be running the.
So he did a modified camel clutch, but instead of like
Sorry.
What you want me to do, Blackjack?
I think at this point they're donating to interrupt me. That's good. I am actually making you money, Wiza.
I appreciate that. This is from Past Life Hero. Try to do some cowboy stuff for me, Wiza. Love your videos. You tell it like it is. And he drops a star there. I mean, for that, I'm definitely going to find some cowboy stuff to do.
Your turn. Fuck you, Wiza.
Now we're interrupting me. I'm definitely going to do some cowboy stuff for you, Past Life. So thank you for that. And Young C interrupts me this time, but it's intended for you. He says, Blackjack is going to get this waiting work. There you go.
There we go. Hey, thanks, Young C, man.
All right, so go ahead.
So he did so it's a modified camel clutch essentially, where he puts the knee in your back while you're on the ground, and then the way he describes it is that he takes like his hands and he just kind of grabs you by the chin and pulls up. And I just did it to myself, and it actually kind of hurts. And that's how and that was his finisher. It was creative. Billy Gunn was like shocked that he could even come up with this. But his ring work is whatever. It's really, I mean, ring work, Josh and Tanner are way better.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that was it. That was literally all they did. And then it came down to Tanner, Josh, ZZ. Danny Bryan didn't use a save. He wanted to save Tanner, but he was like, I got to trust the WWE Universe on this one. Tanner went home. Josh got more votes than ZZ, though. So that's a positive. They're starting to see something in the guy.
Why is Easy still there?
Fans.
But I'm even hearing that fans are turning on him.
Because Daniel Bryan rips into him, and he gave him the ether last night. Where he was just like, I don't want to bring this up on the show, but I go to the gym and I watch these guys working so hard. He was like, I watched Tanner do a 50-inch box jump. I watched Josh
50.
Yeah, Josh.
I remember seeing J.J. Watt just did something like that, so that really puts things into perspective.
I think Josh did a 52 or 54-foot box jump.
That's nuts.
I couldn't believe that when he said it, but Daniel Bryan, I'll take his word. He said he saw ZZ go and do a 20-inch box jump. Pace around the box. I can do a 20-inch box jump and step up on it. I'm pretty sure I can.
I couldn't even laugh correctly at that. What?
Yes, he did one. Walked around it, and then just,
Yeah, that's not even trying.
Yes. So Daniel Bryan put him on blast, but he did it in and Paige even said, it's just like, oh, you're not even ripping into him. It's not even like you're mad at him. You're just disappointed. And he's like, yeah, because you have everything else. You connect, and you have a personality, but you just don't put in the work. And that's pretty much it.
All right, let's move on from there.
So NXT tonight. You see, this is what I love about NXT in comparison to Raw.
They get it.
They just get it. An opening segment tonight, they recap the two big things that happened, and they sell how important the championship is. They start off with Finn Balor. They do the opening package where Finn Balor goes, he squashes some guy. Oh, Marcus Louis, a.k.a. I call him Hio del Corporate Kane.
Well, not Corporate Kane. Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
You see where I'm going with that.
Yeah, but he's more of Kane when he first got unmasked.
True. But he dresses like Corporate Kane.
Yes, which is weird.
So he squashes him, and then they show, Kevin Owens goes and, attacks him. Great. Quick segment for the, quick little package for that. Then they do one for Bayley and Sasha. They even got a reaction shot of Sasha being surprised that Bayley beat Becky, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, they showed that package together, and then Sasha holding up the title. And then we kick off NXT with a contract signing. I didn't see that coming. But I thought it was a good way to kick everything off.
I caught it. I tuned into NXT at the end of the contract signing, where Sasha pretty much let her know that she wasn't worth her time.
Oh my god! I loved Sasha in this segment, but Bayley grew in this segment too.
So I need to go back and watch this.
You need to go back and watch this.
Okay.
So the segment kicks off. William Regal comes out and he talks about. By the way, the crowd still hates Brooklyn. They can go fuck themselves.
What did Brooklyn do to anyone? Is it because they're getting that show?
Yes.
The jealousy. Okay.
Yeah, so the jealousy, which we'll get to at the end of the show, which is great. William Regal goes and he introduces Bayley. Bayley comes down to the ring, and then Sasha comes out afterwards, and Sasha's got a big stamper in her hand. She's so great. She signs contracts with a stamp. She's like,
oh yeah, I remember that boss stamp. I remember that.
I'm not touching your filthy pen, William Regal. I have a stamp here. It's notarized. Get this work. So Sasha comes down, and I think Bayley starts talking a little bit about, it's finally my time. I'm so glad for this opportunity. I couldn't do this without you, the NXT universe. And I think at some point she said, I know it, you know it, and Sasha knows it, that I'm going to beat her for the title. Sasha kind of laughs a little bit. She just laughs. She's like, she sells Bailey a little bit.
Yeah, the thing is, she already beat all of them.
Yeah.
So, what's your point?
Yeah, she laughs a little bit and puts Bailey over by saying, "Yeah, she's good, but I'm the best. I'm the champ." The crowd. She did some great interaction with the crowd, where she's just like, "Yeah, this whole crowd is like behind you," and then blah 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 blah. And she was like getting the crowd over, and then she turned on them by saying, "But they don't deserve to see me here. That's why I'm going to Brooklyn and going to beat you." And then the crowd just hated her for that. It was good heel work, but it's cheap. But I mean, the crowd's giving it to them.
Okay.
They tried to do the whole Sasha's Ratchet thing, and she's like, "I'm not Ratchet," and defended herself and whatnot. And after that, Sasha took the stamp, signed the contract, and it was all about her business. Until Bailey decided, no. I know how these contract signings go. We're supposed to fight. And last time you had your contract signing with Becky, you fought her right there. And it's very true. She initiated it. Sasha decides to come back to the ring. She grabs the microphone. And she tells Bailey, I fought through Charlotte and Becky. The reason why I fought Becky and I'm not going to fight you tonight is because they were competition. They're the reason why I'm on Raw and you're still down here in NXT. This is the first time I think something about being on a different level like that has ever been mentioned, and it was great.
That's fire right there.
Yeah. They were competition, and they're the reason why I'm on the main roster and you're still down. They're like, I'm on Raw and SmackDown every week, and you're still here at NXT. They're competition. You're not. I'm the and a crowd started chanting at her because she said, and I'm and I think Bailey retorted back something about like how she's gonna beat you or whatever, how she was gonna beat her. It's like, yeah, but I'm the champ, and the crowd started to chant, not for long. And I was waiting for it. I was like, you have the championship in your hand. Just put it in their faces and tell them to shut the fuck up. And she did it. She actually held it, and it's like, I'm the champ. I'm the best. Yes, I am. Because I have this thing here that says I'm better than everybody else.
Well.
Easy selling. So, I forget how Sasha ends this promo. She said something that just really set a fire into Bailey because she was just absolutely not going to fight her. And just kind of walked out and hit her with the ether, which pretty much, hey, you're not on my level. You're not on my level. You're not going to beat me. I'm going to beat you 1, 2, 3, or going to make you tap out, whatever. And she went on about her business, left, started to walk up the ramp. And Bailey looked like she was about to cry.
That's when she went and attacked her.
And then she snapped. Yep. She snapped and attacked, and I was like, this segment did everything it needed to. It gave me a reason to actually want to watch this match because I said this going into it. This felt rushed. Everything about this felt rushed. Like Bailey out of nowhere.
Yeah, and we don't have a reason to take her seriously.
Right. Bailey out of nowhere beats Charlotte, then beats Becky. But I feel like there's still some unfinished business with Emma and Dana Brooke. And then, why am I supposed to be invested in this match? Because Sasha just feels like she's on the main roster. She's not really doing anything. I mean, does she even care that she holds the NXT title right now? It accomplished that. It gave me a reason to want to watch this match. And Bailey just grew as a character because this is the first time where every time she goes into a championship match with Charlotte, Charlotte never really took her seriously, but she wasn't as condescending as Sasha was in this one. I mean, Sasha got heat. Sasha was so condescending to Bailey that if Bailey didn't go and attack her, she would have just been like, yeah, well, this is Bailey. She's just always been timid. This is what she is. She finally took the next level here in this promo, and it was great. She attacked her. Refs went to go separate her, which I was very happy about. And the whole time, Bailey's just trying to fight off the refs to go attack her. So now I'm starting to think, hey, this may be a 50-50 ball here. I believe that either one could win because Sasha Banks made a great point. She's on the main roster. The competition that got her there is on the main roster with her, and Bailey's not. She should beat her just based on that alone.
That is a huge dig.
Yeah, but Bailey is showing that she wants to fight. She's going to scrap and claw to try to beat this woman. So it gives me every reason to want to watch this. Why can't I get this on the main roster in anything? I'm not even talking about the women's division, just anything. A champion that pretty much says, yes, I'm better than you, and here's why, and I'm on the main roster, and you're not. Eat this dig. And then the challenger not being a little bitch, but actually fighting because she was insulted. Because she feels and wants to prove that I'm just as good as you are, and I'm going to take the championship to prove that I'm better than you.
So here's my problem with this.
Go ahead.
This whole entire thing, which, it didn't really put much time into it. There's not really a feud built toward these two. Yeah. I don't think that they did a good job at convincing me that that Sasha is going to keep the title.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything there. And maybe we can blame that on the fact that not too many people keep the title when they go to the main roster. Right. And when they do, that that they're pretty much just holding on to it for the next person.
Yeah.
For example, like if they had Kevin Owens hold it for like another 6 months while being on the main roster rather than dropping it right away.
Which is the one thing that hurts titles in NXT, because you get that title, it's like, all right, you should be ready for the main roster now, right? And then once you get there, you're like, all right, time to pass this on. So that's the one strike that the NXT championships have on them. But go ahead, sorry.
All right, I'm sorry. Let's move along to the next thing, actually. Because now is when I actually started paying attention. I believe did we get Enzo next? That 8-man tag team?
Was it the 6-man tag already?
I believe so. I don't remember anything in between it. We had a bunch of segments. We had segments.
No, I know what happened. So Tyler Breeze came out. You skipped over.
Oh, yes. I think Tyler Breeze did a good job tonight with
He's trying to get whatever he can get on a guy who's not here and on Jushin Liger. He was great. They did the squash match right too, where guy gets his one roll up because obviously Tyler Breeze is not focused on him, and why should Tyler Breeze be focused on him? Who's this chump? He tries to do the roll up on him, and Tyler Breeze hits him with one super kick. With one move and then a super kick, and then pins him.
Didn't he beauty shot him?
Huh?
Beauty shot, right?
No, he didn't even beauty shot him. He hit him with the supermodel kick. So he didn't even hit him with his finisher. He hit him with his signature, and dude ate the pin. Exactly what should have happened. Because who is this guy?
So, I want to throw this one at you.
Go ahead.
Tyler Breeze, because they did a little something after the match as well. Here's what I want to throw at you. Let me get that up out of my throat. So, this is what I was saying on Monday. You can have feuds or matches built up for a pay-per-view, and the guys don't have to clash whatsoever. This, in particular, was a very good example of exactly what I meant. Liger isn't even in America at this point in time right now.
No, he's not.
But they still have to sell you on this match and get you invested in this match. Now, granted, they didn't have much time to build Liger and Breeze together, but at the same time, they did build some investment with it because they built this whole storyline of we're trying to get an opponent for Tyler Breeze, someone that could be up to his standards and someone that can kick his ass. So the whole thing was, what can we do for Tyler? And then finally it's like, bam, here you go. You get a legend for your efforts. So they already have that type of backstory between it, for it going. So then we finally get a match with Tyler Breeze, and we can't get Liger. Let's do the next best thing. Have him come out with the mask and just have it as if Liger, sit right here in the corner and watch me kick this dude's ass. And then afterwards, I'm going to take your mask, put it on him, and I'm going to treat you the way I'm going to treat him the way I'm going to treat you.
Yes.
He doesn't have to be there. And this is what the main roster is missing. You don't have to have these guys touch all the time.
Yeah. Which is the one thing that aggravated me about Brock and Undertaker. It's just like, great, they have the brawl. Now why are we seeing him tombstone them again? Like, I don't need to see this again. Just save it for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, absolutely. We shouldn't be getting our pay-per-view matches on Raw. I'm having a hard time here keeping up with putting matches on the screen.
It's okay.
But YOLO, right?
Yeah. Oh, there's your match right there. 2 black guys versus 2 black guys.
There you go. I tried to get the third black guy in there, but...
They ain't having that?
Nah, they ain't having that.
WWE 2K15 ain't that advanced, man.
I'm sorry.
So after this was the 3-man tag. I'm sorry, the 3-man tag, the 8-man tag match. This was Hype Bros. By the way, their entrance was very good tonight. I saw it and I'm like, yeah, this works.
Yeah, they've just been tweaking it around just a little bit. It from the time they
It's
got there, those two fit together.
They do, but which is weird because the promo that they cut yesterday gave me a different vibe.
They cut a promo yesterday.
Oh, not yesterday, last week.
I don't remember that. I don't recall their promo.
So they did like this backstage segment promo with like a cell phone cam that looks like it was done on a flip phone. And Mojo's just like, he comes back and he's just like, "Oh, dude, I was partying last night at 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm just always hyped, and I nailed 10 chicks." And Zack Ryder's just like annoyed by this. He's like, "Yeah, whatever, man. You didn't do that." "Oh no, I totally did." Blah 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 blah. "Oh no, it was 12 chicks, bro." And Zack just kind of seemed annoyed. Like, and that's kind of the gimmick is that Zack is he doesn't mind being a bro, but he's at times annoyed by Mojo, like how overhyped Mojo is. But I didn't get that vibe tonight. These are like two guys who were really hyped up and ready to put on a show.
See, here's the thing, though. The match wasn't about them.
No, it wasn't.
That's probably why you just didn't notice Zack as much because the focus isn't on them. It's more so Enzo and Cass there.
Yeah.
Which is still crazy how they're not in a tag team match in Brooklyn. This needs explaining to me.
Yeah, but I think I get why. We'll get there when we get there. So they have this match, and it's actually pretty fun because it was actually way better than I was expecting it to be. And not only was it way better than I was expecting it to be, it actually accomplished something here that the main roster can't apparently do in their 8-man tag team matches and trying to set up challenges moving forward. So they have this match against these 4 random guys that I'm pretty sure they found on the street. They asked
where the hell they come from?
So I'm pretty sure they found 4 guys in the crowd who were stupid marks. And 3 stupid guys in the crowd and Jesse Sorensen.
Oh yeah, he was in there. That completely okay. You're right. Go ahead.
Uh-huh. So they have them work in the match, and pretty much all it is that they're getting off their offense until Enzo gets in the ring because Enzo is the weakest link. Enzo finally finds a way to tag out and gets the hot tag to, I want to say, Mojo Rawley got... No. Big Cass got the hot tag, right. So he ran wild, hit all his moves, the big boot and everything. And it was fun because everybody got off their offense. Mojo Rawley got to do this really cool kind of spinning spot. I can't remember what the move was, but he did a spinning like discus elbow. It looked pretty good, and he got hyped up afterwards. Zack Ryder hit a big broski boot, and then Cass. The finish looked a little weird here, where they threw Enzo off the top. I think the timing was just a little off. Enzo jumped a little too early, or
yeah,
too
and they
late.
tried to like slam him down.
Yeah, because it did. Cass never caught him, but that was the finish. They hit it 1, 2, 3. And Hype Bros and Enzo and Cass get the victory, which is pretty good.
We should have just glossed through that. One of the reasons I think that they aren't getting this title shot in Brooklyn is because they might be getting called up soon.
Ooh, really?
That's if I would need to make this as obvious as possible, because they're not really putting them in anything high profile.
True.
Their match in Brooklyn, their match at NXT TakeOver. What are they calling this one?
Brooklyn.
They're calling it NXT TakeOver Brooklyn.
Yeah, because they're taking over Brooklyn.
Oh, okay, all right, cool, whatever.
I mean, it makes sense, but I get why you don't like it. And
no, it's not that I don't like it. It's just like it doesn't go along with the rest of their other themes.
Yeah,
but all right, whatever.
But the gist is that they're taking over. It's their first time leaving Florida to do a takeover show. They're taking over Brooklyn.
Yeah, it rolls off the tongue a little bit there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. It just makes sense that they would be getting called up soon because they don't have them in any big plans, and they were getting to the point where they were getting pushed to be at the top. And it's like, why did we just yank the rug from under them? And there was no payoff there.
Yeah.
They lost the match because of the chick. What's the girl name again?
Bliss.
Alexa Bliss. They lost the match because of her, and we got nothing from that. We got a 3-on-3 mixed tag match, and
Yeah, it's like
nothing
they don't
else.
even care about the titles anymore.
Yeah, nothing else. No, nothing. Just nothing.
They lost to Dash and Wilder too, so that really knocked them out. Which, by the way, I think I know a reason why that might be happening. I have a reason now and a theory. There's nobody over enough to combat the New Day. I'm sorry, the primetime players, no.
No, and they're dropping them titles.
Yeah.
We don't even need to like try to spoil that. They're dropping them titles. We don't even need to get into that prediction. They're just dropping them. So let's
the Lucha Dragons are not over.
Not
and they're
at all.
doing
They
nothing to
didn't-
really build them.
They didn't do a good job with it. Actually, they're not doing a good job with the tag teams as they should be because
Yeah.
they're pretty much just centering everything around New Day. Even though the tag team champions aren't even getting shine.
No. You could bring the Usos
Everything
back
is
right
New
now,
Day.
but they still wouldn't mean anything.
Absolutely not. And you know what? We got to blame it on the tag teams. I don't think we should blame this on WWE. And the reason I say that is because New Day has gotten themselves over.
Oh, yeah. They've got themselves done over.
Whereas the other tag teams are just being generic. I see what I see in New Day is they went for it. And they just added new stuff week in week, every week. And now they're over. Whereas the tag teams are just doing what they're given.
Yeah.
So I don't want to blame WWE booking on this one. I don't.
Yeah.
So if they bring up Enzo and Cass, they follow suit. Follow suit. Can we move on from these tag teams? Because this was a nothing match.
Yeah. So then afterwards backstage, they had Jason Jordan, Gable, and Dash and Wilder cut a quick little promo. They watch TV way better than they do on Raw, by the way.
TV segments?
Yeah. So like when they show somebody backstage watching a match, they do it way better here too.
Sheesh.
So then they cut a little promo. It was decent. It was good. It got me enough to like, hey, yeah, I want to see these guys compete. That's that. Ready, Willen, and Gable.
He's like, I need. Jason Jordan's like, go on ahead, just say it.
Yeah, they were like, it was funny. They were all talking normal. They were all clicking, and then he's like, I'm gonna get my gimmick over. Ready, and they all shut up. Really? Fine. And Gable. It was great. I love it. It's just so much more character in these tag teams here than on the main roster. It was great. Right. After that, what happened? I want to say this wasn't that yet. Was this Corbin? No, this was Samoa Joe.
Corbin and Joe?
Yeah, so this was
Well,
Samoa
if it wasn't, it is now. Corbin and Joe. All right, so Joe had a squash match.
Yeah, and I tweeted this out the second that this happened. If you think Baron Corbin squash matches are boring, watch a 30-second Samoa Joe squash match.
It's nothing to it.
There's nothing to it. So it's not Baron Corbin that's the problem here. It's just nobody wants to watch a squash match. They're boring. Unless, granted, sometimes they need to happen. Like
you need your enhancement matches, which NXT has, which is great. WWE main roster doesn't have it, but he only has them.
Yes, he only has them, which is the problem. And then
I don't know how they made it work for Ryback. It did work for Ryback a little bit, but it's not working here.
Yeah,
and maybe
because Ryback had an array of moves to show off how ridiculously jacked and strong he is, and I think that's what the difference was. He was taking two jobbers at a time, even if they were just like water weight guys.
Right, there was an actual point to his jobbing out guys.
Correct. But then here, I watched the Samoa Joe match, and I'm just like, okay, so he's here having nothing matches with random guys and working 5 minutes, and now he's doing 30-second squash matches against guys. There's just nothing there with Joe either. And then after Baron Corbin, as Samoa Joe wins, he goes and he's exiting up to the top of the ramp, and it's really funny because just as soon as I can't think of what the announcer's name is right now, he said, it seems like, Samoa Joe is ready for Baron Corbin at TakeOver. And I swear, the second he finished that statement, Baron Corbin came and attacked him from behind. And it was really funny because Corey Graves jumped on him. Oh, was he ready for that? And so they wrestle. So they brawl a little bit on the outside. They get to the ring, and then Samoa Joe tries to take control again and fight back. At some point, Baron Corbin gets the upper hand, goes and grabs Irish Whip, grabs into the End of Days, and hits him with it. Center of the ring. And I swear to God, I saw that happen. I saw it getting ready to be set up, and I was like, oh my God, they're giving it away. They're giving away the End of Days. That's what we want to see at the pay-per-view. Why are they doing this?
And then you thought.
But then he hit him with it, and I saw Corbin get amped up, and I said, I actually just got more excited for this match now. And I'll tell you why. I don't even care if they gave away, him doing it to Samoa Joe. This is more of a bigger feat if, Ryback picks up the Big Show. He's this 500-pound guy. We know that he can hit the End of Days on big guys because he's a Rhino.
Sometimes it looks a bit sloppy when he does a big guy, though.
Right, it does.
To be fair.
Yeah. But the point of this story is that Baron Corbin is saying that if he hits you with the End of Days, match is over.
Joe ain't move.
Joe is saying, you're not going to hit that on me. And
ain't going to happen.
Huh?
Ain't going to happen.
Yeah, ain't going to happen. And first of all, you're not going to lay me out with that move. So Joe hasn't said he isn't going to kick out of it, but that it's not going to happen. You're not going to let that happen to me. So the build here is that it's very possible that if he hits Joe with that move, 1, 2, 3, and there's a story that you can tell with that, is that if he can beat Samoa Joe, who is this established guy, you see the difference between Joe taking an L in this match and Baron Corbin taking an L in this match is that Samoa Joe is established. Before he came to NXT, the second his music hit, even though we didn't know it was Joe, everybody started chanting, Joe, 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 Joe is going to kill you.
Real quick, let me throw this at you as well. That something else that also adds to the build of this match is Baron Corbin's thing. This should tell you that he's going to win. Baron Corbin's thing is when he does his backstage promo stuff, or those little segments that they do. Yeah. His thing is, I'm not like your little I can't talk. I'm not like your little indie. I can't think
indie darlings.
Indie darlings. I was about to say like Inley. I'm combining indie and darlings together. I'm not like your little indies darlings here. They don't make money like me. When he said that, I said, damn. All right. So, because he played in the NFL, they don't make money like me, though. Yeah. I made more in one check than they've made in their lives. Okay. Yeah. So he has that whole thing where, he knows, and that's WWE saying, like, all right, you guys have your indies darlings. Just establishing that and letting people know that they're doing that.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of intrigue in there, and I think it's a very big move for them to have him beat Samoa Joe rather than to have it the other way around. Somebody argued with me about this too, where they said, "Oh, if Samoa Joe wins, it does way more. There's way more that you can do with this. It'll show that Baron Corbin can't just rely on hitting his finisher, and that's just it." I'm like, no, that does absolutely nothing for Corbin, because then you do exactly what happened when he lost to Neville. It just proves that he's not as good as everybody else. At some point, you need to get off your ass and figure out what you're going to do with the guy. You do way much more with Baron Corbin beating Samoa Joe here.
New Day won titles. All right, keep going.
That's right. You do way more here because, first of all, Samoa Joe is established. Him taking a loss to Baron Corbin, if anything, wakes him up and kind of brings him to reality. And it's nice that he then becomes a person here, and you have to establish something with it. You're pushing your talent, second, and the story that you can tell with this match is that, Samoa Joe can out-wrestle him, sure. But if Joe makes one mistake in this match, and Baron Corbin catches him.
This is actually your explanation of how you could get Finn Balor to lose.
That's exactly my point.
But let me ask you this question: who carries this match?
Joe.
I mean, Joe can carry, but just the way that they've been. I mean, can we get? We've seen him in Kevin Steen or Kevin Owens now. We've seen him in NXT, and that was a crap match.
They were wrestling in slow motion.
So, I just hope that they don't give us that type of Joe.
No, there needs to be fire out of this Samoa Joe. So yeah, I hope that it's a good match, and I hope that that's the story that they tell because, and you nailed it right there. That's where I was. That's exactly where I was going with it. Is that if you do that, there's a believable way that you can put the title on Corbin.
Real quick, is Paul Heyman not in this game?
No.
Yeah, he is. I got him.
Well, oh, he is okay. So there's a believable way that you can finally make Baron Corbin beat those indie little darlings, and there's a reason behind it. I said that's one of the good things about NXT is that they give guys weaknesses. So with Enzo and Cass, their weakness is that their finish is that you have to have Enzo do the top splash off the top rope. So you can beat them at any given moment. Yeah, Big Cass can run wild and hit all his offense on you, and you'll be scared of them. But the second they hit their finish, it's their big weakness. If you have Enzo knocked out, or you take Cass out of the picture for a split second, you can win the match. And if they hit their finish, it's game over. It's the same story here with Corbin. If Corbin hits end of days, and it's a believable finisher, unbelievably good. If he hits you with that...
Because he's a big guy.
Yeah. If he catches you off guard, he's going to win the match. But if you wrestle a perfect match against Baron Corbin and you don't make a mistake, you win. How hard is this?
That's how he should be booked.
Yeah.
All right, so we doing predictions after? Yeah, we do predictions after. All right, so what do we get next? We got to gloss over these. I got about a half hour left.
I think that's actually. I think after this, it was just. Was this already Owens? I think it was Owens. After this.
All right, let's do it.
So Kevin Owens comes out. He comes out with a ladder. It's great.
I so much more enjoy Kevin Owens on NXT right now.
Oh yeah.
Even though he's like, he's there, but kind of like rarely there.
Yeah.
But just what he's able to do on NXT is so much more better than what they allow him to do on there. After NXT, talk about the stage rat. Well, stage Saraya ring rat scenario. We talked about that in the beginning of the show, actually.
Yeah.
All right, so let's keep it going.
Oh shit! Sorry. You know what? We skipped something.
Who was it?
And we can talk about this very shortly. So Blake and Murphy had a match against Sawyer and Fulton, or Sawyer Fulton and Angelo Dawkins.
Yeah, that happened.
They really Alexa Bliss needs to be the star of this so bad.
Okay.
Because the match was just a basic wrestling match. It's good to see them just win clean and not have Alexa interfere, but I need all I begged for in this match was more Alexa heel heat. I think this was the only thing that I was down on the entire show. Was that Alexa really needs to get her heat. That the Vaudevillains come out afterwards, and the Vaudevillains it seemed like they were teasing their big reveal.
Yeah. I like the way that they did that.
I liked it, but at the same time, I just kind of asked, all right, well, if all they were going to get was just being slapped in the face by Alexa and not actually introduce it, then why did they do that? I like the way they did
because
it.
Because they were hinting toward it. They know that people know what they were trying to do.
Right. Okay. Yeah, and I guess I can forget it.
Yeah, NXT doesn't treat us like we're stupid.
Right. Which is actually kind of smart. But yeah, I need. She got her heat at the end, but I really want to see her start getting her heat in matches. Like she should be doing small things to baby faces, they're getting ready to bounce off the ropes and hit a big move, and she should just be pulling their leg from under them. It's little things like that, taunting to the crowd. It's missing that element to them, and because unfortunately those two guys are dull.
Yes,
it's just that's the X Factor is Alexa Bliss. Somebody's got to get over here, right?
I don't mind just putting her over.
Someone's got to get over. I don't care if it's the team or her. Somebody needs to. So that was that segment. Now we can move on to Owens.
All right. So Keith Owens here.
So Keith Owens. Now we can call him Kevin Owens because he's back in NXT now. Kevin Owens comes out with the ladder, and he talks. The first thing he says is, at NXT TakeOver in Brooklyn, when I faced Finn Balor, and the crowd starts booing, he's like, "Brooklyn sucks." He says, "You know what? I'm going to address that for a quick second here." I need to get the gist of this. The gist of what he said was, it's funny, you guys
He always loves to play. I like that he actually loves to play to the crowd.
Oh yeah, you guys will always cheer me. Cheer me all the time. Whenever until I mention a name like Sami Zayn, and then
Just the way he says it too.
yeah, or a John Cena, and there was kind of like a boo, but there was a reaction nonetheless. You got him to react, and he says, "And you talk so much about how you support NXT." And you're so selfish. We're getting ready to perform against 13,000 people who are more worthy than see me than this filth in the crowd. I was just like, oh my god, this is great. He pretty much just said, hey, look, you guys talk so much about how you want to see us support and grow, and then you call us sellouts whenever we actually go and show ourselves to the world.
Giving them
it was ether. Great because it's perfect. I hate this crowd sometimes.
Giving them that ether. Yeah, NXT's crowd is very, very much so hit or miss.
They're hit or miss. Yeah, they can be great at times, and then other times they act like spoiled assholes. Like this one match, they tried to get over. Come on, Blakey, let's go party. I'm like, that. First of all, that's not even chantable. Stop trying to get it over. And the reason that they try to do it.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Yeah. That's right. But it's funny, but you can't chant that. It's not chantable. So the reason
they want to get
themselves
over.
Right. They try to get themselves over, but then on top of it, it's easier for you to be an asshole amongst a crowd of 1,000, 2,000 down there, if that.
Okay.
And you're in a very, very tight space. You can't do that on a big $20,000 crowd in a WWE ring. Granted, WrestleManias and Raw after WrestleManias get hijacked, but usually the chants aren't as stupid as what they try to get over here. Anyway, so he rips the crowd, and deservedly so. You should be happy for them that they're going to Brooklyn. So he talks about this match with he says Finn Balor, I'm going to prove to you that this is a fluke. What else did he say in this? Because I'm starting to forget part of the promo.
I did also, but he said that pretty much he was just going to kick his shit in. Yeah, he didn't really mind which one of Finn Balor's came. He wants the title back. He needs the title back because he has to.
He said two things. He said, "I need the NXT title because he wants a championship or something like that." I can't remember.
No, that was what he said about the John Cena belt. This one, the way he said this one, it kind of came off as if he feels as though he's losing his momentum.
Right. He said, "I need the NXT title," and I quoted it. I need the NXT title to prove I'm better than you. Liza, can you tell me the last time a challenger has ever flat out just said that?
Shit. I don't recall.
What's the point of a championship? That's exactly it.
It's to prove that somebody is better.
To prove I'm better than you.
It is to prove that, yeah. And the best. And the best. Yeah. And that they're the best. Simple as that.
Very simple. It's a great promo. And then Finn Balor's music hit, and the ring goes dark. And they keep shooting to the entrance ramp and showing smoke.
Mm-hmm.
As if Finn Balor is about to come out. And then the camera pans, and Finn Balor's already...
through high editing, yes.
Yeah.
But the way it looked was so ominous.
It was great.
And the look that he had, I'm just sitting here saying, can we get that guy? Can we get that? He's emoting here. The face, just, where's that guy been?
He looked like he was legitimately going to kill Kevin Owens.
And this is with no face paint. No body paint.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Where I literally said,
where's that guy?
That is the most personality I've seen out of Finn thus far.
He doesn't have to talk.
No, he didn't talk at all.
I think he's better off not talking.
Yeah, granted,
just emote. You're supposed to be a demon. Demons don't talk unless you're Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, his short 2 sentences that he had at the end, where he just said, "I'm gonna kick your ass and shut your mouth." Perfect. That's all you need to say. All he needed to say. I wish they would teach Roman Reigns that trick. That's all he needs to say. I'm gonna kick your ass and shut your mouth.
Give me a match that I'm missing from SummerSlam.
Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose.
All right, we'll do that one next.
So yeah, it was great because it looked awesome. It was just great to see not only Finn just kind of pop out of nowhere, because now I think the demon, they're going to actually start working that the demon is a real thing, and I think that really needs to happen. That it's more than just, it's something that's living inside of him, and he can turn it on. Because my God, that shot of him just like mean as hell and like ready to the death stare that he gave Kevin Owens, and seeing Kevin Owens just back up a little bit from it was great. It's wonderful. Great segment. Yeah, I'm hyped. I'm actually hyped now because before I was like, I kind of just want to see Kevin Owens win because
now
Finn's too generic babyface. But my God, tonight now I want to see the match.
Now we don't have again, the problem that they have is that we don't have a legitimate reason to believe that that Owens is going to beat Balor.
Right.
Which is again a problem. But the way that they get over this problem is have Kevin Owens win.
Yep.
Because then it means like no matter who comes up to the main roster, if you're still on the NXT show,
that title matters.
You can still hold that title.
Yeah.
And here's one other thing I would love to see happen. And I might actually start tweeting this to Triple H, like scheduled tweets. Can we get the NXT title match on Night of Champions?
That is a great idea. And that should be happening. NXT, you know what? Here you go. Because then you don't have to fill out a stupid card with pointless matches. NXT Women's Title match, NXT Divas match, NXT Tag Team match, WWE Tag Team match.
This way, another thing, it really matters now because, man, I'm only here on NXT. I'm in developmental. Yes, but you also have the chance in being in a pay-per-view. So they can treat that pay-per-view, that one single pay-per-view, as if it's their WrestleMania.
Yeah, it can actually kind of test to see if they can get a reaction out of the crowd, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Absolutely. There's a lot of stuff that they can do with that.
All right. Shall we jump into the SummerSlam card and give our quick thoughts here? Because I don't.
Well, let's give our predictions for the NXT card, and then we do SummerSlam and knock it out, and then we're done.
Oh yeah, sure.
Sorry, we're doing such a quick podcast on this one. I'm pretty much strict on time. This one, this thing could have went on for a couple of hours, but this is my bad here.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the NXT card, tell me you pulled it up.
I'm pulling it up right now. Because I'm an idiot. I put NXT Takeout Brooklyn, and so nothing came out.
Sounds legit.
Here we go. You ready for the card?
Go for it.
Holy shit! It's a 10-match card.
Wow.
Because some of this is going to be taped. Okay. Right, because they said that they're doing that. I forgot about that. Okay, here we go. So we'll actually talk about all 10 matches then. Carmella versus Eva Marie. You know what? We're not going to talk about that match.
All right, Eva Marie. Next.
I think this is like their way to give Eva Marie some sort of rub here. Bull Dempsey versus Elias Sampson. And they're apparently going to debut a fitter Bull Dempsey or something like that. I don't know.
We know who's winning this one. Bull Dempsey. Got to get this guy over. I love what they're doing with Bull Dempsey and his whole workout gimmick.
I actually hope that they gave him a new finish too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Fatal 4-Way: Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Dana Brooke, and Emma. I was actually surprised that they were going to go with Fatal 4-Way here. Go ahead. Because this could make some interesting chemistry between Dana Brooke and Emma, since they're still down there, and Becky and Charlotte. It feels weird because they just feel like they're just there. Mm-hmm. But I mean, are they maybe thinking about doing a split with Dana Brooke and Emma, or are they really going to try to wreck house on Charlotte?
So, all right. So we have, dang, I can't say her name. Emma. Who did you see that? I forget what newspaper it was. Walmart stock is going down, right? I think it's down by 18%.
Okay.
And they actually put Emma's page there and said shoplifters beware. With Emma's picture there, and talked about WWE performer Emma. What's her last name? They put her last name in there also.
Okay.
And they had a picture there, and I'm like, really? We're still taking digs at something that happened last year.
Damn.
Really, we're still doing that. Okay.
Tanil Dashwood is her name.
They actually had Emma. They didn't have a real. It had Emma in the article. It had Emma in the last name. What would you say the last name was?
Dashwood.
They didn't even have that.
Was it Averill?
No, let me go to cause Solid Monster retweeted it.
Time out. They gave her a fake last name though.
Why is Luke Harper the Intercontinental? Okay, whatever. They gave her a staged
No,
last
remember
name.
he was the Intercontinental Champion at that time.
Yeah, I thought I took it off him, but he had another one. He had another one. He's not letting it go. All right, go ahead. So yeah, they had that. So it's Emma and Dana Brooke versus Charlotte and who?
Becky Lynch.
I thought it was someone else. All right, cool. Well, they can't have these main roster women lose to these chumps.
Yeah, it's really weird because it feels like these are teammates. They're both teammates, and
Which they do need to get over, but just not against these two.
Yeah,
Because these two at this point is juggernauts, and Dana Brooke isn't believable enough to be in a match where she could actually be a victor over these two.
Yeah,
Emma, yeah,
Emma, yeah, Bailey, yeah, Dana Brooke,
no.
Which is a shame. Actually, on Tough Enough, Dana Brooke was okay, but again, this is reality, not Tough Enough.
Yeah, it's not. All right, I see the article right here, and I'm going to retweet it.
Okay.
It's from the New York Post,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to tell you the name that they put here for her. They called her Emma Dashwood.
Okay, so yeah, they called her by her real last name, Dashwood.
But Emma though.
Nah, yeah, Emma. Idiots.
All right, so I actually have Charlotte and Becky winning this one, and
It's a fatal four-way.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, that's why I said this is what's throwing me off.
They're a tag team.
Right. That's why I'm confused by it because
are they supposed to hit each other?
Right. They're both tag teams, which is why I'm trying to figure out what is the game plan here with Dana and Emma.
If it's a fatal four-way, then I got Dana winning.
Right.
She'll find a way.
Are they trying to create some tension between Dana and
Emma?
Which
they shouldn't be doing.
Right. Are they trying to just wreck house on Charlotte and then have Charlotte pin one of them? I don't know what's happening here because it's a fatal four-way. I at the end of the day, I just hope it's a good match, but I don't know. I don't know what you do here.
I would like to see Emma actually win this because she has no momentum at all, and it doesn't. Her not having any momentum and her being from the main roster coming back down.
Yeah.
They should build some momentum for her so that she stays believable. Right now, she just kind of comes off as a jabroni.
Yeah. So that's a fatal four-way match. I don't know what to make of that. Then we have the 8-man tag match: Enzo, Colin Cassidy, Zack Ryder, Mojo Rawley versus Jason Jordan and Gable and Dawson and Wilder.
That's hard.
That's really hard because
of Jordan and Gable.
Yeah.
If Jordan and Gable weren't a part of this, then it's
Dawson
easily.
And Wilder, I love their fit.
I actually like. You know what? I might go with them.
Yeah.
Because they're establishing. Dawson and the other guy. They're establishing Wilder. They're establishing them now. They're building those two guys up. Jordan and Gable are hot right now, and Enzo and Kaz don't have to take this pin.
Yeah.
But they just aren't on any type of streak whatsoever right now.
Don't you like it when you have to guess a match like this because you look at both sides and you're like, wow, I really don't know who's going to win.
Yeah.
Isn't this exciting? Because it makes you want to watch the match. You want to know why? Because these guys haven't fucking touched each other.
Or that. So I definitely want to say that I'm going to go with the heels here.
Mm-hmm. The only team that hasn't touched one of these guys is Jason Jordan and Chad Gable.
They've been minding their own business.
Dawson and Wilder beat Enzo and Colin Cassidy, and they lost to Ryder and Raleigh. But then they went and hit him with the something machine. I forget what the name of their finish is. So yeah, I really don't know who's going to win this match, and I'm kind of glad. There's a lot of things that could happen here. I'm interested to see what happens. You know what? I think the heels might win here because Enzo and Colin are established. and Ryder is established. But Jordan and Gable are kind of on the rise, and you need to do something with Dawson and Wilder. So, yeah, you know what? I'm going to take the heels here, too.
Okay. Don't mind me. I'm making sure that my videos are all ready for this midnight release.
Yeah, and I know you got 15 minutes. So, Apollo Crews will make his debut.
Somebody's getting squashed.
Ty Dillinger.
Oh, perfect 10. He about to take that L.
You know what? I don't think he's getting squashed. I think he's going to work a good match against Ty. Because Ty needs to...
He is. They need to show off Uha. They do need to show him off.
Yeah, they need to show off his whole moveset so that Apollo looks impressive.
Correct.
I think if you just put Apollo Crews in a squash match, that doesn't work. I think he needs to get... Ty Dillinger needs to get a little bit of heat on him and kind of build to that big moment where he starts doing like the Uha combination and everything and just goes off. I think this could be a decently worked, like 5-6 minute match. And then, obviously Apollo Crews wins.
How long is their show going to be? Didn't say?
Oh, shit. You know what? This match might actually go on 10 now that I'm thinking about it. This show should be 2 hours.
But they got 10 matches.
I don't think all 10... No, because some of these are going on Wednesday. So they did all of this in one... They're going to do all of this on one event. But some of these matches, not all the matches here are going to air live on the special. So, Carmella and Eva Marie's not going to be on the special. Dempsey, Sampson, not on the special. That Fatal 4-Way, that's all going to be on the Wednesday episode. But they're going to say that they're in Brooklyn still.
Okay. So let's just do just the main card.
So, Crews and Dillinger.
They can get 10 now.
Yeah. And Crews is going to win that. Corbin and Samoa Joe. We already explained it. I have Joe winning.
You have Corbin winning.
I have Corbin winning that, yeah.
I'm up in the air on that one, and I might actually have to do a coin flip. But last time I did a coin flip, it didn't go over too well. Mm-hmm. Do you recall that coin flip?
Yep.
Do you really?
Let's not talk about it.
All right. Man, for me it's tough. Corbin needs it. Joe doesn't. But at the same time, we need to care about Joe.
That's you know what? I know that I always say the way that you get a guy over.
Why look at the stream and just look at what's going on. Why are we doing? Well, it might take a while because I don't know how far back it is. But just keep looking at the camera view that they give me. Look at this.
Okay. All right. So it's doing the Survivor Series. Roman Reigns.
Yo, what was that? What was that?
The Roman Reigns hair angle.
Oh my goodness.
Here's just the way I see it. I know I always say that to get a guy over, you have him win. But just Samoa Joe isn't doing anything. And I think having Baron Corbin beat him gives him something to do. Because if he beats Baron Corbin...
Maybe he gets some fire under him? Maybe.
Yeah, that's what he needs. He's just lacking fire. I mean, because how much longer can you do squash matches, you know? Like, it's nobody's. At least if Baron Corbin beats Samoa Joe, it kind of gives us an idea of, like, okay, so Baron Corbin could possibly be on the level of a top guy here. And Joe might actually be believable to lose to a few guys that are, you know, maybe like a Tyler Breeze, we think Finn Balor too, but, you know, like if he gets in the ring with like an Hideo Itami once he's ready, I mean, he might beat a Ty Dillinger. I mean, maybe, you know, and then what if he gets in a wrestling match with Apollo Crews? You know, he's not as overpowered as you once thought he was.
Give me another match.
Banks Bailey. I actually have Sasha Banks retaining here.
Oh no! I was talking about for the SummerSlam thing, so I could put on the screen.
Oh, Cena. Oh shit!
I did Cena.
That clusterfuck Divas match.
I don't got them bitches downloaded.
Taker Lesnar.
I did Taker Lesnar. I think that Brock won.
Let me
see which Divas I do have.
Just do Nikki Bella and AJ Lee and have AJ Lee beat her, because fuck her. Sasha Banks versus Bailey is the next match. I actually have Banks retaining here.
I hope she does.
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much think that's all I can say is that I hope she does.
I would hate to see her drop the title.
Yes.
As much as I love
just the fact that she doesn't bring it out on the main roster at all
pisses me off.
Is the reason why I'm going to go with Bailey.
Yeah, that's also the reason why. But then they have to explain. Oh, hey, Sasha Banks just lost her title to Bayley. Who?
Um,
um,
yeah,
NXT. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I agree with you, but at the same time, when Owens lost his title, they just flat out just said, "Ah, you lost your title," and never brought it up again.
Yeah.
You know, no explanation of Finn Balor at all. They didn't even show the clips on Raw. I don't believe.
Yeah.
They showed him on NXT a whole ton, but not on Raw.
Yeah. He's just some guy. Yeah.
He'll be up here soon, though.
Yeah. So then we have Blake and Murphy with the championships versus the Vaudevillains. Yeah, I've got the Vaudevillains. I just did Blake and Murphy. No. Alexa Bliss, yes, but Blake and Murphy, no.
Yeah,
And then we'll see
definite
what
tag team
surprises.
titles are going to be switching on what I'm thinking.
Yeah. And I think the Vaudevillains will start to open up the competition a little bit, which is nice. They have tag teams down there. Jushin Thunder Liger versus Tyler
This
Breeze.
is a
Man,
tough one.
I still can't believe that I'm saying that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great match.
Oh yeah,
This
should be fun.
match, if it wasn't for the main event,
Yeah.
this match actually would steal the show.
Yeah. Uh,
It's tough because you don't bring over Liger one time deal just to lose.
Yeah.
You also kind of want to humble Breeze a little bit at the same time, but at the same time you don't want to hurt his NXT character persona because this is the thing that gets him over.
This is the only reason why. I mean, it's tough for me too because I can't pick it. But this is the only argument I have for Breeze. He's always the bridesmaid and never the fucking bride. He never is. He gets an NXT title shot. He never wins. He gets a shot.
He doesn't
to
win in
face-
the big stage.
No, he goes up against Finn Balor. He doesn't win against the Demon. The Demon kicks out of his fucking finisher and tells him to go eat a dick. He just never wins the big one. Can we give him Liger? Can we? And I don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Breeze. I'm gonna go with him. He definitely needs the big stage win. It's just before SummerSlam. It's Liger. You're not gonna get many chances to beat a legend. I'm gonna go with him.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Breeze here
That's yeah, because it's the only justification that I have.
because he can beat him and just go back on about his business. But if
Yeah.
Liger beats him, you're not really giving Breeze much material to work with because Liger's.
You know
gone.
what? I'm picking Breeze because you know what? If Liger beats him, that's WWE's problem. Is that they just bring in these legends and they beat the guy and all right, fuck you.
Yeah.
Can't do that to Breeze. Yeah, you know what? I have Breeze winning now.
All right. What else do we have?
Championship match: Finn Balor, Kevin Owens. I can see Kevin Owens recapturing. I can see it, and that promo tonight kind of sold me on it.
I want Kevin Owens to win,
He needs it.
but Finn's face.
That face tonight was great.
Finn's face just screamed to me that
He's retaining.
he's serious about this.
Oh, yeah.
He's dead serious about this.
He's going to try to kill. I think he. You know what? What if that's the finish here? Is that Kevin Owens gets so into Finn Balor's head that Finn Balor is so obsessed with trying to kill him.
You know what? Here's the deal.
Okay.
If we don't get layers to Finn Balor's character in this match,
Yeah.
he has to lose.
Yeah.
If it's the same old, the same old little demon gimmick and, just more paint. I don't know where else he can put paint. But, just more paint. Nah, not feeling that. We need more.
What if he actually psychs him out of bringing the demon? And he just comes off this pissed off Finn Balor.
I don't mind it.
It'd be great.
I don't mind if he does it. Will he do it? I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a coin toss, but I would love to see Kevin Owens to recapture. So that's what I got. SummerSlam card. We got 6 minutes, but I think we can do this.
Oh my
Ready?
god, 6 minutes, and I'm sitting here still like timing my videos.
Okay, so I guess we're going to 12:15 then. We're doing the Raw.
We're gonna
overlap,
try to do
guys.
this quickly as possible. Let's go.
Dolph Ziggler with Lana versus Rusev with Summer Rae. If this finish,
I want babyface Rusev.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. Lana and Dolph Ziggler are both unlikable people. I hope
They're
that
heels.
they're heels. Yeah, they're unlikable people. Not only that, they have zero chemistry together. Rusev and Summer Rae have been great.
Yeah.
I want to see not only do I want to see Rusev beat Dolph Ziggler, I want to see him put him in that accolade and put a fish in his mouth while doing so.
Instead of like holding him by the arms, he just wraps the fish around his face.
Yes, get this fish work.
Why the hell not? Go for it.
God, fuck Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
I never thought I would say that. I
told everybody. It was a minute ago where I was saying I don't see the reason why people are still behind this guy. He never wins in the clutch. His character is pretty much becoming stale. All he does is just gyrate around, and he's a loser. He's just a loser. He's a glorified jobber. He's a jobber with a name at this point. No one should care about him because he's a jobber.
Mm-hmm.
Treat him as a jobber, and that was months ago where I said this.
Yep.
And I think now it's finally starting to manifest her.
It just took him having the hottest, well, maybe not the hottest woman on the roster, but one of the hottest women on the roster. And then it just finally was like...
And they both suck at this point.
Oh, yeah, they're both horrible.
Give me the next match.
Especially, if you're trying to get Lana over as a babyface, WWE has done a terrible job of that.
Absolutely.
Team Bella versus Team BAD versus PCB.
Way too much going on here.
In a who has a worse name match. Well, no, actually, sorry. There's a winner there. It's PCB. It's a three... Why are we doing this?
Beats me.
First of all, there's no reason for this match to happen.
If Bad doesn't win, I riot.
Yeah.
But I think that Charlotte might win this one.
No, Team Bella's going to win.
Keep the heat?
Keep the heat. And then it's like, oh, look, they won as a team. So that means that's why Nikki Bella is still the champion, because they won as a team.
Who takes the L?
Tamina. That's always their cop-out. Unless they try to do something sneaky and have, like, Nikki beat Sasha Banks, and then you set up a Sasha Banks Nikki Bella title match.
Mm-hmm.
Based on that. So I mean, the story you can do there is Nikki got her win back, but then, Sasha's like, I'm going to take your title now. Fuck you. I don't know. I just think that this idea of putting them into teams and then forcing this Revolution thing is so fucking stupid. God, it's just been awful. They've ruined the women.
They didn't do anything with it.
No. All they've done is that they've taken the same women's matches, the same divas matches that we've seen before, and just make them 10 minutes longer now.
But they are getting their shit in.
There's
no story being told.
Yes, but exactly. That's what we're missing. That's the big part of this. That's why you go and you watch NXT, you watch the promo Sasha cuts on Bayley, and you're invested. And then you watch these women just have meaningless tag team matches. And, you watch the champion tap out to two different women's, and it doesn't set up to a championship match.
So
anyway, Owens versus Cesaro, which I think might actually steal the show tonight, on that night.
Okay, what you got? I got Cesaro. Let me just throw that out there.
I do too.
It better be Cesaro.
I actually have Cesaro too.
Like it just better be Cesaro.
What if Cesaro beats him so bad, Kevin Owens says, "Fuck this, I'm going back to NXT."
I will see why not.
Do you know what this is missing? And I keep saying this, is Sami Zayn.
Well, what's his timetable looking like?
I don't know, but no. Do you understand why I'm saying that?
Because a bunch of indie stuff going on here?
No, Kevin Owens versus Cesaro.
Okay.
Think about the history that Sami Zayn has with both guys.
I'm trying to think, okay, when they had the tag teams in ROH.
No.
No?
NXT alone.
Oh, the matches that... So if if Owens can beat Cesaro here, he can throw in the face of Sami Zayn, I beat the guy who you just flat out couldn't beat.
Right.
And on top of that, you can't beat me.
Yes. It's also missing here because Cesaro could throw that heat back at him and say, "Hey, that Sami Zayn guy that you beat, I beat him too, but I actually have his respect and you don't."
But here's the problem.
What?
It's the main roster.
Yeah, I know, because they're never going to sell. So yeah, I have Cesaro here. Next match is Stephen Amell and Neville versus Stardust and King Barrett. I swear to God, if he actually comes out as Stephen Amell, they're missing big time. He should come out as the Green Arrow.
I hope they do. And here it is, midnight, and I am still changing the times of my videos.
Good job, Liza.
Oh, it's already going through.
So, yeah, Stephen Amell and Neville versus Stardust King Barrett. They have King Barrett in his... You know what? Is King Barrett in that galactic King Barrett thing? If he comes out like that...
I mean, we know who's winning this match. Let's not mislead the people. We know who's winning.
Can Stephen Amell just sell a bullhammer and take a 3 count? Can he just do it?
Nope.
Because I swear to God, if Stephen Amell beats King Barrett, fuck this company.
We know who's winning.
I know who's winning.
All
but
right.
it should be Neville, Red Arrow, end of story. Primetime players versus Los Matadores.
Look. We're not going to fool the people once again. New Day.
Yeah, there's no option here.
What's up?
What do the other 3 teams have going for them right now? Who has been featured this whole damn time? It's the fucking New Day. It's the fucking New Day are going to win. And if anybody else wins this match, the crowd is going to turn on it.
New Day, period.
Are you ready to turn Los Matadores or the Lucha Dragons or Primetime players heels? Because if you have any of them win, that's what's going to happen.
You want to eat this oatmeal?
New Day wins.
Or you want some
Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper versus Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose.
Go ahead.
And strangely, I have Reigns and Ambrose winning here.
Does it give them a reason to continue the feud if they do?
Maybe. I mean, I said Dean Ambrose needed a win in forever.
Right.
I have no fucking clue.
It's tough. I want to go with the Wyatts just so that we can continue to see this going. Plus, we need to continue to get more heat on those Wyatts. What do we got next? We gotta fly through this at this point now.
Ryback, Big Show, Miz, and who the fuck could care about the Intercontinental Championship?
Ryback next.
I actually have the Miz.
You have Miz, yeah, I know, but Ryback just came back. Look.
It only makes sense. They keep having the Miz lose, so he's gonna win.
Yeah, a lot of things make sense with Ryback losing, but I think they're just getting.
No, a lot of things don't make sense with Ryback losing.
No, I mean, like, I believe they just want to get that title back on Ryback. The Ryback.
United States Champion John Cena versus World Heavyweight Champion. You know what's weird is that Brock Lesnar and Undertaker are going last.
So let's do. I got Rollins winning. I know it's LOL Cena wins.
that's the fucking hard part about this. Is that John Cena just made Seth Rollins tap out, and yet
John Cena. All right.
Is that I'm sitting here, and now I have to believe that Seth Rollins is going to beat this man. What if Seth Rollins just comes out and while John Cena is making his entrance and slams him on the stage ramp, breaks his nose, and then just walks down with both championships and says, "Yeah." He just breaks his nose again.
And I know that you want Cena to win because you want to see more character development from Rollins.
No, that's actually not the reason.
No?
Okay. I just can't see it.
You just because it's Cena or because it's Sheamus? Speaking of Sheamus, we didn't do Sheamus versus Randy Orton. I got Sheamus winning that match.
I have Sheamus losing that match.
I know you got Sheamus losing because what? You want him to cash in?
No, because he is going to cash in. Not because I want him to, because he will.
All right, so here's what I'm hoping. The Sheamus match pretty much dictates the John Cena match. I got Sheamus winning because I just want Seth to just beat Cena so that it just gives him so much more material to work with. It does.
But then you have Sheamus cash in on him, and then he becomes just the United States champion. Oh, well, granted, I did write something for that, but I don't know. None of this shit makes sense.
All right, I have to switch the title to the Madden 16 live stream. I got to change all this stuff up.
Okay.
It won't affect us at all, but
Okay.
I'm just letting you know that I'm doing that.
Okay, so I have no idea. I mean, I want Seth Rollins to win, but John Cena. That's it. And then Brock Lesnar versus Taker. I have Lesnar killing Taker.
All right.
Well, you know what? I see it. You know what? They may actually have a decent match, but I have Lesnar pinning him.
You have Lesnar winning.
Yeah,
I got a screwy finish.
Huh?
I got a screwy finish. I actually don't think this match is going to go on last either. Look, all right, let me say this. If this match goes on last, we might get that clean finish.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a real finish. But
Here's
if this match does not go on last, we're getting a screwy finish.
You need to give Taker something to do at Mania in Texas. So have Lesnar beat him. And then you do Taker retirement match and say, "Hey, I haven't beaten you. I've got to beat you." And he does his retirement match, and Taker finally beats Brock, and he can rest in peace and say, "Hey, the guy who took my streak from him, I finally beat him." Nice way to write off Taker's legacy. Please, for the love of God, don't ever have him come back again. Well, he can come back and do a promo, but no more matches, please. Your thoughts?
Lesnar winning doesn't help Undertaker. It doesn't give Undertaker a justified reason to go on. Unless they give Undertaker this whole, man, I just can't beat you. Look, here's what Undertaker winning this match. Somebody said this. Somebody did this on a show, and I don't remember where I heard it at, and it made so much sense. Undertaker wins this match.
Mm-hmm.
They can actually do this one of two ways, but he said Undertaker wins this match. They go to WrestleMania, and what Paul Heyman sells is you had to cheat to beat my beast.
Mm-hmm.
At WrestleMania, not only did we end your streak, but at the next one, we can end your career and make it a career match. You can have Taker lose and Taker just be pissed off and still win another match, and he puts his own career on a line, but it needs to be a career match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
If they do Brock.
Yeah.
And Brock has to win.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. Brock has to win. Oh, Finley sold. Nice. So yeah, that's what I got for that.
Mm-hmm.
As for who do I think is going to win, if I have to go on ahead and if I have to be 100% certain about it, or I have to really lay it down, I'm gonna go with Brock.
If I had to put a bet down, I'm going with Brock.
I'm gonna go with Brock. We got to keep Brock strong because he still has. He just signed his new deal. Mm-hmm. He still has more matches to go, and if we have to keep him credible as a beast and as an attraction, we have to have Brock win. And they could just make up some type of bougie storyline to get them another match at Mania if they so happen to go with that. Sign us out, Blackjack. Since you introduced us, sign us out.
It's 21 Blackjack on Twitter at It's 21 Blackjack. Wiza Now on Twitter at Wiza Now. Check us out next week, Wednesday. We'll probably do it around the same time. We'll try to aim a little earlier, 9:30, 10 o'clock. This is the Clean Finish Wrestling Podcast. We look forward to seeing you in the next episode.
Bye-bye now.